Callie.
001.
Getting a little bit of a late start here, but I'm glad you started us off.
Yeah, I got you, don't worry.
Yeah, no problems. You're an expert now.
Yeah, I already commentated like 2 times.
2 times. It's good. You know, the weather's nice. It's not raining. The wind is a little, I think everyone's kind of enjoying the outside right now.
I was kind of talking about that because it got a little bit darker from the match before to now, and I was kind of like, I hope the weather will hold, but I got insight that we should be good until tomorrow morning.
I think so, yeah. And I gotta say, I got distracted because Tiger Lily's playing on stage, and there's a food truck that's got like the best Maine lobster rolls outside of Maine that I've had in I can't tell you how long, so I've had it twice so far.
Yeah, you're forgiven for that.
Thank you. This is Alli and Liv, or this is maybe their second or third tournament they've played together, so they're getting a good rhythm. Lucy and Callie, obviously, a team that plays together a good amount.
Yes.
It's like Liv's got her lefty combo, which on average you see a lefty that wants to stay on the right the whole time, and she's definitely been working on playing both sides of the court, which is fantastic because it's definitely a different look people aren't used to. So surprises you when you're on the left side of the court dealing with a forehand on the outside.
And I see she switched paddles too.
She did just recently, and she's feeling a lot more comfortable with that paddle. It's making it easier to move around, and I think it's huge to feel confident with the paddle you're playing with.
A little bit more pop as well, for sure.
Absolutely. And Alli, she's young, so young, but long, and this last year she's really stepped up her game. We're seeing her more and more thrive, and she just really extends so nicely into that shot. Whereas you got two veterans on the other side of the court.
Yeah, and they've been playing together for so long and so many matches that they basically know what the other one is going to do.
Absolutely.
Without even looking.
I mean, Lucy, one of the best right-sided players out there. She's definitely able to creep in there nicely. I mean, just look at that right there. Like 2 steps from the baseline to the non-volley line, and it's a speed up on that ball.
Yeah, and she's tall. She has that reach, which definitely helps. I mean, they both are, Callie and Lucy.
Absolutely.
The height helps them there.
You could feel that wind gust, so that's got to be tricky out there, adjusting to every ball.
Yes.
And let me just say how important it is with these wind gusts to let more balls bounce. That's a shot that she definitely likes to hit a lot.
I like that look.
Yeah, it is good, and she just pulled up a little quick on it, that's all. But I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing that quite a few times throughout this match.
Second serve. 5-3-2.
Point game match.
I do love that compact backswing from Callie, though, being able to speed that ball up. It doesn't look like a speed up, but McMillan and Phillips absolutely ready for that with a great counter.
I gotta say, I'm loving this music.
I know, isn't it great?
This event and this facility is just amazing.
It's we've got the stadium court next to us where we've got great music, we've got the VIP lounge, and then down vendor kind of Village Road is the main stage where they've had some fantastic bands every night this week. We had some glow-in-the-dark pickleball.
Yes, a lot of clinics, a lot of programming.
I will admit, though, we were playing indoors on one of those courts with the band on one side, and then they started glow-in-the-dark. That was a little tricky to deal with.
Yeah. I would say so. But I've got to say, so far, I think my favorite facility and event of the year
Absolutely. And, you know, last year was the first time that PPA have come to Brookhaven Country Club, and we've seen so many improvements. It's vastly different this year versus last year. I know there definitely were some issues that came up, and PPA has done a great job, so has Brookhaven, about listening to what needed to be fixed, and it's run a lot smoothly this year. I mean, the DJ's great, though. I'm not gonna lie right now.
Yes, I'm really enjoying that music.
Five. 6-4-1. Five. 7-4-1.
The MVP of MLP Challenger League from Columbus, Ohio, player plays with the Proton Series.
And that's a great spot. I will say that's, if they can catch Callie mid-court or Lucy mid-court on that bounce, I think that Phillips and McMillan can really get a lot of those points.
Yes.
Long Dong, an 18-year-old sensation from Vietnam, made his pro pickleball debut in 2023 and has quickly ascended to the world number 5 in men's singles.
After this one, we still have 3 more matches, so yeah, we're done.
We're here for a bit.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, I got my food first. So last night, I did want a lobster roll last night, I'm not going to lie, but by the time I got out of the booth, it was closed. So I did make that a priority today.
Good decision, good decisions. 5-7-1. See if we can score a couple of points here.
You know, I think something Lucy and Callie both do so well is that spacing. I think that's something, and that goes to show you a veteran player. A lot of players struggle with getting away from their bodies, especially coming in, but they really do an excellent job, which gives them a super offensive forehand.
You will be playing with the signature Viola Scorpius 16mm paddle. Let's make some noise for Alli.
7-5-1.
And there's that two-handed speed up, very low from Callie, just caught a little bit by surprise.
25 years old, just turned pro in 2016 and has 139 titles to his name, more than any other player in history. He also has 21 triple crowns, the second most behind Andy Waters. He is ranked #1 in mixed doubles, #2 in men's singles and doubles. John plays out of Austin, Texas, and is sponsored by Eola, playing with the Mercia 16mm carbon fiber paddle. Let's make some noise for the go.
Just a little bit overextended, but again, Callie using her reach nicely. If, you know, she's going to keep doing that, she's going to start making that ball. Just, it is tricky with this wind to adjust to some of these shots.
It's the right shot.
Absolutely.
Everything was right. I thought
that was definitely an error. Alli Phillips did a phenomenal kind of counterattack there. Honestly, I'm not thrilled if I were them that they'd have to replay that point. So that was a referee error. I think they were trying to call it on Lucy.
Oh, okay.
And
No,
that
I
ball
think-
did bounce.
Let's see what's happening here. I think they're supposed to replay the point, right?
That's, yeah. definitely happens, you know, and we got to say this. These referees are here for longer than we are. I mean, we have long days out here. They are here maybe 5 o'clock in the morning until beyond the last match. And, you know, we've got 3 referees on each court. Don Stanley is our head referee. He's done a fantastic job with the PPA referees that are out here at every event, but especially this one. This is, you know, we've been waiting all year for this. And just a good example. Lucy's so calm with her feet and just catching Olivia off balance, trying to recover back on that ball.
That's just a very smart shot there.
5-2.
That just, I mean, you don't want to just drive that ball right up to her high backhand.
Yeah, that was, I mean, I'm sure she didn't want to drive it
Yeah.
that high, but
Yeah, it just
unfortunately it went
happens.
high, yeah.
Absolutely. You know, I just realized the very first Dallas Open, Lucy and I won.
Oh, really?
It was. We were just talking about this. Dallas Open was the first event, kind of before the tours, but that lasted quite a few years before it adjusted, and now we've got the PPA World Championships here. And that was before tours existed. It was when we had all these random tournaments just growing
yes.
the tours. Yes.
Yeah, it was the beginning of pickleball
Yep.
and pro pickleball.
And now we have all this. We've got a program on the back going on right now.
Yes.
Everyone knows what pickleball is nowadays.
Yes, it's crazy. Like you travel and like they're like, oh, what do you? And you're like, oh, I play pickleball. They're like, oh yeah, I got into pickleball recently. You know, people really.
See, I don't tell people.
Oh.
Sometimes I do, but like sometimes I feel like it's a longer explanation. And
True.
so if I'm willing to be in a conversation about it, because then they don't believe you, and
Yeah.
so
I just say pickle if they don't know. I'm like,
I think that's a great adjustment that we've got. Every match, every pro match is filmed, so you can tune into our new Pickleball TV app and watch any grandstand court with pros. Just a little bit of an unforced error, going for a little bit too much, and that gives us the first. Kovalova and Smith are number 4 seed against the number 19 seed Phillips and McMillan. So what are you thinking, Martina? Is there something Alli and Liv could be doing to kind of maybe get in this second game here?
I think the way they've been winning the points is, you know, playing aggressive with big margins. So I think, you know, kind of waiting for their, I mean, I don't think they should be just getting into, you know, some defensive rallies or like thinking rallies. I think they should play their aggressive game. That's their game.
Yep.
And see if they can kind of surprise them. Yeah, and if they can kind of get the momentum a little bit on their side.
That's a great, and that's just, again, if you can catch Lucy and Callie mid-court, kind of like moving or something, that's really huge. And I think that's, you know, also when you have a team like Lucy and Callie have played so much together, it's also a little bit easier to kind of come up with your strategies and have a better idea of what you're dealing with. Now you have a team like Liv and Alli, haven't seen them play together too much. So you look at a lot of like the first game is kind of feeling out that team, is, you know, trying out things, and then usually second or third game you're going to get a little more comfortable with who you're playing.
Yes. Yeah, because they can surprise you. They might be have shots that you haven't seen, or
Absolutely.
you know, from a different position, and just takes a little bit to get used to that. So that's, you know, Lucy right there. Same thing, very compact strokes, not very big backswings, and so that's making it tricky to see, okay, is she going to dink it? Is she going to do a speed up? And, you know, what I loved about that was it wasn't really fast. A lot of times when people go for those speed ups at the body, they think they got to hit it really hard, but kind of hitting it medium pace. When Alli got her paddle on it, it now pops up for Lucy rather than it turning into kind of a counter attack. Yeah, you're not trying to go for a winner. You're
Yep.
trying to set yourself up or set your partner up.
Absolutely. Getting a really great angle off the court.
Zero, 3, 2.
Sorry, I'm battling. I sound ridiculous.
That's okay, as long as you feel okay. Don't about your voice.
We're gonna see challenge here.
One, 3,
But
2.
even there, that shows you how big Alli's serve is. Lucy told Callie to stay. They
Yes.
pretty much always switch, but you know, very important communication there. But you know, Alli can really put a lot on that ball.
2, 3, 2.
And seeing how much that dips down. And Callie's a player that tends to be very low, like lower than I think
Yes.
most players. And you know, she's got a very aggressive grip, where she's got a hard kind of V shape with her paddle, which cannot always work. For her, she's great at it, but it also can help work against you in a situation like that when the ball's flying at you and dipping really low.
Yes. Too much.
1, 3, 1. Second serve. 1, 3, 2.
Like they were fun interacting with each other and with the crowd. It was just, I mean, it made it a lot of fun. Yeah.
15 seconds, one timeout, 3 timeout. I mean, go top one.
Just you can even feel that wind kind of pull right as that ball was dipping into Callie's paddle, which is just unfortunate. This goes to show you that it's very easy. Like a wind affects pickleball way more than most sports.
Then I would say any other sport.
Absolutely.
Because we have a wiffle ball, unfortunately.
And then that's, you know, I think, you know, I definitely believe that we need to start considering when the miles per hour gets to a certain point, what
Yes.
does that mean, you know, for us? Because essentially it's not even pickleball anymore. And so this is fine, but, you know, I do think that's probably something that needs to, you know, eventually be brought up is, you know, what is that miles per hour that is
Right.
probably not the best to play in, that we have to limit, stop play, and then move from there. Honestly, a little bit risky coming in, but you know, one thing, both teams are moving the ball around a lot, which I think is good. I think they don't really want to get anyone in rhythm right now, and the more I think they can surprise their opponents, the better options they've got.
5, 4, 1.
Another one on that backhand of Callie, and so you know, from Phillips and McMillan, maybe we need to keep going there.
Yeah, that was, I think, 2 mistakes we had in the past couple of
6,
points.
4, 1.
Which is actually the same spot Alli missed those balls
Yes.
on this side of the court too.
True. I wonder if there's a little bit of the wind factor there.
Absolutely.
No, no. Go 6, 1.
Again, that's a fantastic one-handed speed up, and something, you know, you look at a player like Lucy and Callie, they have a mixture of topspin and slice, which is extremely valuable in changing the tempo of these dink rallies and just giving the opponents a different look.
1, 6, 1.
Shut up.
Great offense at the net. And I really want to, you know, for those viewers at home to recognize both teams take a couple balls to get to the net off of their
Yes.
serve. I think a lot of times amateurs think, oh, I've got to get to that line
Right.
as fast as I can. But essentially, it is usually going to take 1 or 2 balls. Like that's 2, so that's a good transition. They got comfortably forward. But the speed of movement is actually very calm and slow. It's not racing to the net. The paddle staying in
Right.
front.
Yeah, I think Lucy's a prime example. If you watch her, she's almost walking, jogging,
Yep.
you know, to the line.
Yep.
And there's, you know, now with the big serves, with the big returns, it takes the 5th shot to get
Absolutely.
in. Nobody's, I mean, yes, you can hit a great 3rd shot drop, but a lot of people choose to wait a little bit to hit the better one.
Yep.
Second serve.
Second serve. Next one, 2.
Six, 2.
Wow.
That's a phenomenal draw right there.
That's the perfect job right
It
there.
is. I mean, and that's what we're looking at with what drops are today. They're usually more offensive. And most definitely.
I have bad bunions. Wish they'd disappear.
Lapiplasty.
Sup, future me. And no bunions! How?
Lapiplasty.
Lapiplasty corrects bunions at the source, meaning you're back in sneakers in weeks.
Lapiplasty.
Weeks! The future of bunion surgery is here. Learn more at lapiplasty.com. Risks include infection, pain, and loss of correction.
Lapiplasty World Championships here in Dallas, Texas. I am Sarah Hansberry with Martina Frantova, and it's a tighter second game than the first. Great timeout time, but you know, it's 8-6 going right out the gates. Free point for Lucy and Callie here.
You know, you get up here, you watch all you guys on TV and stuff play, then you say, yeah, they're normal. Yeah, they are.
After 2, the outball return ball is in. 1 timeout remaining, 2 timeouts.
Gosh, and that's just you know, coming from a little bit earlier, she was missing balls, you know, letting them get behind her a little bit, and so, you know, now she's cutting off the ball, and obviously disappointed with herself, just kind of a miss hit.
Point. Game point.
Just a little bit of an overreaching there, and that's tough because you're right here in it in the second game. You've got a chance to take it to a third, so you know, it's very easy in those times to maybe go for too much.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, Alli comes. It's a phenomenal attack, but Lucy does so well just keeping her paddle in front of her. I mean, that's really it, and using Alli's power to kind of force the ball back.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of ambitious shot, but I mean, certainly a shot that Lucy has. So it's she is going to make that very often.
Yeah, she does have that.
8-6.
second.
Timeout. 10-6-2.
Oh gosh, that's just a huge overhead from Alli Phillips. Great play there.